Good morning, everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome to What's New Wednesday at Kimberbell. On this Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. How are you doing today? Hope things are going well wherever you're at in this big wide world. Let's see who's joining me today. It looks like Mary from Walla Walla, Washington. She says it's another snow day / so day. Mary, you're speaking my language. I like it. Hi, Teresa from San Diego and Cheryl from Nevada. Good morning, Patty from cold North Texas and Kwana from cold Colorado. Hi, Donna from Estero, Florida and Cheryl from Wisconsin. Good morning, Patsy from Southwest Ohio, Pam from Illinois, and Lori from Pueblo, Colorado. Hi, Cindy from Michigan and Anne from New Mexico. Oh, you're coming in fast. Hi, Susan from Wisconsin, Reen from Maryland, Joanne from New York State, and the list goes on. Okay. Whew. It's so fun to see where you guys are coming from all over the country, even the world. Welcome to What's New Wednesday. Thank you for spending, a little bit of your time with me today. It just does my heart some good. So thank you. All right. Well, let's see. Today, what are we going to talk about? Lots of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It might be a shorter program than usual, but nonetheless, all good stuff to talk about because spring, I'm just thinking spring, you guys. It's just on my mind. I gotta have some warmer weather. So we're going to be talking about some more spring-like projects as well. So anyhow, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start with a little bit of show and tell with Kimberbell. Let's go. Okay, what have you been working on? Let's take a look. Oh. Okay, this is cool because as you know, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but one of this week's deals of the week, and I would call it a screaming deal of the week, is the oh so delightful quilt and some extra projects that go with that. And it's perfect for decorating your sewing room. This week you can get it for really, really, really cheap. So let's see what some other people like you have been making with that. This one comes from Sheila. She says, I love this Kimberbell design. Cleaned and reorganized my sewing space and now can display my oh so happy little quilts. I love it, Sheila. Let's take a closer look at Sheila's projects. These all come in the same book. Here's the main feature quilt, and you can see it's got the scissors and the spools of thread and the machines and all the things. Here's some little mini quilts that you can make to coordinate with it. And don't you love how even the little bobbin spools that come in the embellishment kit, you can wrap ribbons and different fabrics around that and rickrack and such. Even the little jar of buttons right there, so darn cute. This one is called Sewing is My Sunshine, but it's all part of that same oh so delightful project book. This is another mini quilt that is part of it. We call it Running on Empty, and you can probably see why, because the bobbin at the end is, well, we played a little bobbin chicken with that one, right? So Running on Empty. This one is I play with scissors for the sheer fun of it. And let's see what it looks like in her sewing room. Look at that. Oh, beautiful sewing room, by the way. Lots of good space there for all of your machine embroidery and sewing projects. And those quilts look perfect in there. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, this one comes from Sharon. She said, decided today to begin oh so delightful for my new sewing room. First of all, congratulations on the new sewing room. I've had the pieces cut since it came out. Here's my start. So excited to finally get this done and have a dedicated place to hang it. Sharon, I can't wait to see it all put together in your new sewing room. That's pretty exciting. This one came from Sherry. She says, finish this today, and I am so happy. Absolutely. I love that, Sherry. Hey, thanks the three of you for posting your pictures of what you've done with Oh So Delightful. It's just happiness, right? It's delightful. It's happy. It just makes you smile when you walk into that room. So whether you're doing it for friends or for your own sewing room, there's lots of fun to be had with that project. Let's see what else people are making. The Bellas and Fellas. Ooh, this one is a fun one because St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. So if you're looking for a quick and easy project, look what Samantha did. She says, I finished the Save the Date St. Patrick's Day panel. I love how cute these are for home decor. Oh, Samantha, thank you so much for sharing yours. It looks fantastic. And yeah, they're very easy to swap out those panels. And we're going to actually talk about that a little bit too today as well. So thank you, Samantha, for sharing that. It turned out so cute. All right. Another thing that you guys have been working on, of course, is the DDE, which stands for Digital Dealer Exclusives, Mystery Quilt 2025. It's called Wallflower. That's about the hint you get, right? It's called Wallflower for a good reason. You're going to start seeing how that all comes together here through the year. But it's been really fun to see you post your blocks as you're making them. So keep on posting. And if you're inspired by just even these blocks alone that have come out in January and February, it's not too late to join a store, a shop who is participating in this mystery quilt, because that's the only way you can get it, is to do it through a shop that's participating in this. So here are some blocks that you guys have been doing. And of course, we'll put a link in the notes to find those stores participating, because whether you live near that shop or not, you can do it even virtually. So here we go. This one comes from Jane, and she simply says, all caught up. Yep, I love it. So now you can see that so far we've got mushrooms, we've got snails, and we've got some flowers. All right. You don't know how they're going to be put together in that final quilt, but yes, you do make 2 of each of those blocks, and there you have it. Now this one comes from Shirley. She says, I finished the DDE blocks for February. They are fun blocks to do. Can't wait till next month. Oh, yes, Shirley, you're going to be so happy with that. And, I want you to notice the background quilting in those blocks. How cute is that background quilting? Guess what? It's actually part of your files that come with the Digital Dealer Exclusive Mystery, which is pretty nice, right? It's not a separate purchase. This is all part of it, and you get all the sizes. So even beyond those little blocks that you're doing for the mystery quilt, you're going to have that exclusive quilting for everything. Find a shop who's doing it. You're not going to want to miss out. Let's look at a few more. This one comes from Kathy. She says, February is complete. Love it more each month. Ah, Kathy, thank you for that. She says, upgraded the snail's house to velveteen, so he has a nice cozy home to sleep in. I love that, Kathy. Let's take a closer look at your blocks. Here we go. Yep, you can see she's got the flowers done, the ladybugs, and the snails. Can't wait to see how it turns out, right? And as you can see, you can use the same fabrics that we used in our sample, or you can, use scrap fabrics from your own stash. Either way, it's possible to have something even all your own with this mystery quilt. Okay, now switching gears to another type of project that you guys have been working on, Bellas and Fellas, of course, is that we have a new Facebook group. It's called Punch Needle with Kimberbell, not to be confused with machine embroidery with Kimberbell. Okay, both embroidery types of things, One's done with hands, punch needle, and one's done by machine. Okay. So I got to throw in a few punch needle projects too that you guys have been working on, like this one. Look at this from Velma. She says, up and hanging. My husband says it's cute. Well, that's very nice, Velma. I'm so glad to see that, and I'm glad your husband likes it too. This one is called Life is Cherry Sweet, I believe. And yes, it was part of our Valentine's release, but as you can see, the cherries work for all year long. Okay, so here's another one that Deanne did with the cherries. She says, finished another one. This one only took about 40 minutes. I think I'm addicted. Oh, Deanne, you and I both, my friend, you and I both, we're addicted. It's so fun, isn't it? And yours turned out really, really good. So thank you, Deanne, for sharing that. And then we've got this one. It's the Be My Nomie. You love gnomes, and this one is just as cute as can be. Again, this was part of our Valentine release, but first of all, gnomes are so cute all year long, and it's holding a heart, which means all year long you gotta love, right? So whether you do it for now or wait and do it now for next Valentine decorating, either way, so cute. Let's see one of them that Dawn did. She says, my sister-in-law loves gnomes. Her birthday was February 2nd. I bought this punch needle kit for her and one for me. She's never done anything like this. We made them last Saturday. We both really enjoyed them and loved how they turned out. This is mine. Dawn, it looks so good. And you know what I especially love? You probably know what I'm going to say. I love that you did it with your sister-in-law. What a fun memory to have together. I hope you had a little bit of food there for, punch and munch kind of atmosphere, and had a whole lot of fun just sharing in some laughter and maybe listening to a few tunes. It's a great way to relax and talk to your friends and sister-in-laws. Okay, here's another one finally from Juanita. She says, woohoo, finished my project for today. I made the loops from the back for the heart. Okay, yes, you did, and it looks so good, Juanita. She did her loops for that heart that's on the pot itself a little differently than the pattern in Juanita. It turned out fantastic. So yeah, once you get to know and understand the techniques, really the sky's the limit as to which technique you use where. And Juanita, that looks really good. In fact, this one is also part of that Valentine release, but let me tell you, I'm going to be putting one up in my sewing room for all year long because you can't go wrong with a pot of flowers, right? So there you have it. If you are looking for these punch needle kits, they come with everything you need to complete them. So that means it has a little carrying bag case so that you can take this project on the go. It's got the cloth, it's got the frame, even all the tools that you need, the needle threaders, all the stuff. And then, of course, the yarn that's been curated for you. So here's a look at that Life is Cherry Sweet. You can kind of get an idea of what's included in that. And as you can see there's little pre-cut, pre-fused applique hearts, which are so fun for these cherries. So that's that one. This is what you would see in the Be My Nomie kit. And you can see his little hat is actually an applique fabric piece from Kimberbell Fabric, pre-cut, pre-fused. And then we've got this one, which is a web exclusive for Kimberbell, which is the little pot of flowers. There we go. So you can find all of these at quilt shops all over the country that carry Kimberbell products, and in particular, if they carry the punch needle line of products, or if you don't find one there, you can also find them directly at kimberbell.com. All right. Okay. So great sew and tell today, guys. Thank you for sharing those. If you are making stuff, I want to see it. I want to see it. I love it. And so does our team. And we love to get inspired by all of you. So please post it on our Facebook group. It's what was Kimberbellas and Fellas is now called Machine Embroidery with Kimberbell. We'd love to see it there, or the group Punch Needle with Kimberbell. All right. Okay, let's talk about some new background quilting that's now available. Let me pull that up here. By the way, did any of you join Caitlin and Jen and I for the Valentine Punch and Munch last week? That was a whole lot of fun. You might have seen some bingo cards out there for that. It's not too late to watch it if you want to watch that, and just, yes, Valentine's is over, but if you want to watch it and just and just learn some fun techniques and stuff, and some tips and things, or just laugh with the rest of us, then you can find that on our YouTube page and our Facebook page as well. Okay, so Helen, I'm so glad. She says, hi from Gonzales, Louisiana. I'm hooked on Punch Needle. Yes. I'm finished up my first kit Christmas morning. It's called Christmas Morning. Thank you, Helen. I'm so glad. I have a feeling that there's probably quite a few of you that thought, Punch Needle, I'm not so sure if that's for me. And you tried it, and you might just be hooked for sure. Yeah, Karen, thank you. She says, the Punch and Munch was fun. So happy to hear that. Lisa joined in on the fun. Great. Delta 2, thank you for being there with all of us. We'll keep on doing them if you want to keep on watching. That'd be great. All right. Okay. Let's go on to some new stuff this week in background quilting. Let me pull that up here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Background quilting. Ooh, we've got 2 new ones from our team. A team of ladies who make background quilting possible. This one is a large scale design, but it's for block by block quilting only. So that means this won't work very well with clear blue tiles. But if you're looking to do just your block by block quilting, kind of like a quilt as you go type of thing, this one works really, really well. And it's large scale, which means it's going to go from anywhere from like I think it's a 4x4 size all the way up to the 10 by 14, maybe something like that. So it's a big one. Here we go. I love it. It's called Plant 12. Plant 12. And isn't that just simple and elegant? What do you guys see making with that design? I think it is just stunning in a very simplistic way. Don't you? I'm picturing all kinds of things, but I would love to hear from you. What do you picture using just a fun botanical version of background quilting for something like that? Yeah, Madeline is saying she loves Plant 12. Me too. Gail says it's a great for filler. Yeah, I agree, Gail. And it would go with just about anything that you're working on, wouldn't it? It's just a really nice kind of evergreen, see what I did there? Evergreen type of background quilting. So thank you, team, for creating that. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, Carol says a fall quilt quilting design. Yeah. And Delta says, gorgeous, would look wonderful on a solid material too. Delta, you're not kidding. I totally agree with that, because sometimes when we have like those little details like that, we want to see those shine without having a lot of mixed pattern design in there. So that is a great one. Thank you, Background Quilting team, for making that possible this week. The second new design for background quilting is called Scallop Border 1. Scallop Border 1, and here we go. Again, very simplified, but elegant. And I love how the 1-inch border right on this side just has your basic simple scallops. Love that. But then you go to the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch widths, and you've got like a scallop with kind of like a little teardrop. Again, simplistic, elegant, not over, crazy or anything. And sometimes you just need that little something on your quilt to finish it off. Both of those are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? So thank you, team, for making that possible. Oh, Anne says, pretty border on a towel. Ooh, I agree. That would be a great border. Ooh, like on a kitchen towel, you have the little scallops across the bottom. I like that. Or even a bath towel. Love it. Okay, people are thinking loving the beautiful, the simplicity of it. Just simple and beautiful. I totally agree. Valerie, thank you for sharing that. She says, your borders are always so nice. I will make sure our background quilting team hears that from you, because that will make their day. Lisa says that she would put it on the bottom of an apron. Great idea, Lisa. I love it. Okay, so those are 2 brand new ones just launched this morning. But we also have, this is your weekly reminder, because you can save 20% right now, I think till the end of the month. So I'm going to keep reminding you, because, we're almost to the end of February. Isn't that crazy? And I want to make sure you save 20% on, let me find it here. It's the brand new Hopping Down the Bunny Trail background quilting designs. There you go. Look up there on your left-hand corner. You've got an all over quilting design. That's why it's on blue. It works with clear blue tiles perfectly, as well as block by block quilting. You've got over here kind of an Easter egg type of design, geometric design, which is great for block by block. Right smack in the middle here, you've got the inner border design that says hop, hop, hop. Oh, that's cute. And then my favorite right there is that bunny border design that continues to go on and on and on with the bunny trail sign and such. It's perfect for hopping down the bunny trail. And if you're not even making hopping down the bunny trail, it would be still so cute for so many other projects, because you get all the sizes, as I say. So check it out. I mean, get chats and save 20% right now. Okay, so that's what we got for background quilting. Now, we have some new deals of the week, and I just chose 2 of them to highlight today. But anytime you want to find a deal of the week, you know where to go, kimberbell.com. Right across the top of the website, it'll say deal of the week. Click on that, and there you can see what's listed. Now, we also have another category I'm just going to quickly remind you of, called Last Chance. And so to find that one, you would go to kimberbell.com, click on Shop, and then click on Last Chance. And that's where you're going to find things that we're moving out like permanently, that aren't going to be reordered. So check it like almost daily, because there's new stuff being added to that all the time. And we're literally just trying to clear out the warehouse to make room for new. All right. But a couple of things I wanted to highlight from this week's deal of the week. This is pretty incredible. And I thought, gosh, how many times do I need just kind of a simple everyday that can work for any season or holiday, really, fabric for backings. You can now get a 3-yard cut of this gorgeous green backing for $6 a yard. So a 3-yard cut would mean it was $18. And boy, you can't find fabric that cheap, can you? $6 a yard it ends up being. And with a 3-yard cut, it's $18. And that just, it's a fun, it's like kind of like a Kelly green, I would say. And I'm always looking for those larger pieces again for my backings. Sometimes we don't want to spend a lot of money on the backings of things because you don't see it that much. Well, if you're looking for some St. Patrick's Day backings, Christmas backings, spring backings, all all of those types of everyday backings, that green would work perfectly. So grab it while you have a chance. Again, it's $6 a yard, and that 3-yard cut's going to make it 18, which is awesome. Okay, so that's one of the deals of the week. Now, the second deal of the week that I'm like, I have got to make sure everyone can get in on this because I've never seen it this low before, and it's because it's an older product. It was several years old. And we have, a handful of the books left. And so we're ready to move those out. Here's what it is. And you saw it in today's Show and Tell. It's Oh So Delightful bundle. Okay. So in the Oh So Delightful bundle, you're going to receive actually the book, the embellishment kit, and the background quilting files. Okay, you guys, it's like $78 off, I think, of the normal price. It's really crazy good. So now is the time, even if you're like, I don't have the time to make this, you eventually will, and you'll want to get it this week while it's on sale, right? So again, you have the book with its CD, and that's going to have your main feature quilt as well as the bonus projects, as well as some mini quilts. You're going to also get the embellishment kit, which is packed full of stuff, and you're going to get the background quilting files. So let's take a closer look at this quilt, one of my favorites. But before we go into some images, I'm going to show you a little video from way back when we first introduced Oh So Delightful. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Hey, to answer a few of your questions that came in through there, let me quickly go through those. Okay, someone asked if the background quilting originally came with this, and it did not. It was, our background quilting is always an optional purchase so that you're not buying something, paying for something extra that you may want to do yourself, like on a long arm machine and such. So it is a separate purchase, but in this bundle, you're getting it all together and saving a whole lot of money by doing that. Let's see, what else? There was another one. Oh, Cheryl, I love that idea, and I will pass that on to our background quilting team. She says, love the cross-stitch background quilting in Oh So Delightful. Please offer more designs with cross-stitch. I love hearing that, and I will let them know because it is a cute one, and I'll show you a closer image here of that in just a minute. Yeah, this is You guys are loving it. This is great. Okay, so let me show you a few up close images to get inspired there. Of course, that's the main quilt. There you see the main quilt with all the bonus projects and the little mini quilts. I love the mini quilts because, boy, you can get them done lickety split, right? They're just 12 by 12-inch size mini quilts, and they're so darn cute. Because of that size, I think it makes it very, very giftable too, which is fun. Okay, here are some up close images of some of the designs that are part of the quilt itself. So happy. You know that so happy design right there, we actually put on the back of, or not on the back of, but on a leather tote and put it in a sewing room. So that's another way to use just even that design itself. I love this iron. It says happiness is handmade. We used a little bit of glitter on that iron. So that's kind of fun. I love just even this little stitchery right here. It looks like it's cross stitched, but nope, it was done with your embroidery machine that says life is so good. Now, again, if you're thinking maybe not the whole quilt, but I could use those blocks for other things, I think that life is so good little design would be darling, like on a little, as a little pin cushion for a friend of yours. I think that would be so cute, or for you. Here's another up close image of the pincushion that's in the quilt. We used a foam behind that to give it some extra poof and dimension. And then you can see right there, those little straight pins that are sticking out of it, those were specially made to match the fabric that went with that whole collection. And they come in the embellishment kit, and they're really, really cute. So we actually put the actual pins, the straight pins, on the quilt because, it's a wall hanging. And that turned out really darling. Here, this is just showing you that, again, in the embellishment kit, there's going to be extra, big buttons, small buttons, all the buttons. I love this with, again, just the floral design on that sewing machine. But let's look carefully right there. Is that cute or what? It's a bobbin, It's a cardboard bobbin, but we wrapped string around it. And boy, did that turn out cute or what? Love it. Here's another design I love, and you'll notice the background quilting within these designs too that make it just over the top cute. I especially love like the background quilting down here on that gray row. Those are little straight pins that are scattered across there. But this flying geese block is actually made in the hoop. Here's another cross stitch design that's on the quilt. Some scissors that are on the quilt, and even the little brad that's in the middle of those scissors comes in the embellishment kit. Here you can see that we pieced together some spools of thread, but do you notice the background quilting with the scissors and such? Pretty darn cute. And this is how it could possibly look in your sewing room. So, like I said, comes with a book and the CD. Now let's look at the embellishment kit. Oh my goodness, this thing is packed full. It's one of our probably largest, most packed embellishment kits we've ever done because we had to have all the things, right? We had to have the buttons and the safety pins and the decorative pins and the glitter and the felt and the vinyl and the ribbons and you name it. It's in the embellishment kit. You gotta have the embellishment kit. Here's one of the bonus files for a dimensional tomato pin cushion. Just so darn cute. Here we've got the 3 little mini quilts. These are the 12 by 12 size, as I mentioned before. And I'm telling you, I love this one down here at the bottom says, I play with scissors for the sheer fun of it. Now, how many of you guys, are you with me here? Let me tell you. Does anyone have like a favorite hairdresser? You know, the hairdresser that you will book like months in advance, maybe even a year in advance, because they're that hard to get into. And heaven forbid that they would get sick or go on vacation or quit or you name it, right? because you love them. Tell me you have a hairdresser like that. Why am I telling you this? Because I'm thinking for my hairdresser, who I just adore and love, I'm going to make her something that normally would be thinking you to think about for sewing, but she also plays with scissors, right? I play with scissors for the sheer fun of it. I think that'd be really cute to give her as a gift. So I just may do that. But I also, am going to have one in my sewing room because I also play with scissors. How about some more up close of some of those 12 by 12 mini quilts? This one says sewing is my sunshine, and the vinyl will come in the embellishment kit. Even that little tape measure ribbon that you see on the jar right there comes in the embellishment kit. And yes, the buttons and the multicolored safety pins, you guessed it, it comes in the embellishment kit. You want the embellishment kit. It's pretty awesome. And there's just another view of that. Now, what's been fun over the years that I've seen is that people will take those little, vinyl glass jars and actually put some sentimental things in there too. Maybe, it's a scrap of fabric from like a baby quilt that they made, or, a shirt that their grandfather or grandmother wore or whatever, and they take those little bits of scraps of fabric and they put those in the jar as like something to remember them by. So, and to give it just an extra special touch into your sewing room. So I thought that was a really cute idea that I've seen again over the years. This one, okay, there are 3 picture frames that come in this one, and again, all done in the hoop on your embroidery machine, which is pretty cool. And you can take, of course, pictures of your loved ones. Maybe it's your sewing buddy, your sewing group. Maybe it's your guild. Maybe it's your grandmother or grandfather that used to, quilt. Pictures to remind us of our loved ones within the walls of our sewing room, I think are really cute. Of course, you can use that same file for making, change out the fabrics and make it for other holidays too. Here's a few others that are just come with it. I got to show you the possibilities, right? Really cute stuff. Now, you got the book and CD, you got the embellishment kit. Let's look at that background quilting, shall we? Because the background quilting is stinking cute. Look at this. Wow. You've got all kinds of sewing related background quilting designs, or just ones that would be good all over designs for anything. But let me show you some up close images of those. Look at that ruler. That is the ruler background quilting design that we created for the inner border. How cute is that, right, darling? Okay, I showed this a little bit earlier, but there you get a good look at what the little pin cushions and the scissors look like for background quilting. Here you've got just a bunch of hexagons that go all over. And let's look at the border quilting. Guys, the border quilting. Look at that. So happy with scissors and sewing machines and all the things. Let's take another closer look at each of those that come in that bundle. Telling you, you're not going to want to miss this. This is that cross stitch pattern someone mentioned earlier that she loves it so much for background quilting. She'd like to see our designers do more of that. I will pass that on to them. They will love that. Here's one that's just kind of an all over star design that looks quilted. We've got, of course, the hexagons and the sewing, or the buttons, the pin cushions, the scissors. Can't you see that on so many fun sewing related projects? Love it. I love this simple one. It's just a simple zigzag, but again, adds that little bit of texture and that little nod to sewing. That would be really fun in your background quilting. And then finally, this one, there you can see the border. So the inner border right there is a 1 inch and a 2 inch width, and it's got the ruler So darling. And then the outer border is 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch width. And you can see it says so happy. It's got the scissors, it's got, the thread and the machine. Really, really cute. Okay, so once again, you're going to save like $78 by buying it all in bundle while supplies last. I'm really excited for you to get it if you haven't yet. And just as a reminder, shipping is free on orders $99 or more. You could get it. It's free shipping just even with that bundle. So there you go. All right. I thought it'd be fun to give you a little St. Patrick's Day inspiration today because we have some themes on the site that would be perfect for, yes, you could get it done in a month or a few months or a year, right? With a big quilt. But today I wanted to highlight things that you could get done either in a weekend. Oh, yes, like a Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, and or even in a day. Hey, even in an afternoon. Are you ready for some St. Patrick's Day inspiration that could go either way, in a day or in a weekend? Let me show you. Look how cute this is. This is a product that makes a 22 by 22 inch pillow, and it is called Lucky Us. Lucky Us. So the final size with that flange is 22 by 22 inches, and then you use an 18-inch pillow form to finish it. So very fun. You'll see the background quilting in here, but that is a separate purchase like any of our background quilting files. But look how darling all of these block appliques are. Lucky us, we have each other. Who would agree with that? You know what I love about this too is that's, like your typical Dresden fan, and you're doing that on the embroidery machine. It's just really cool. Here we've got a little leprechaun hat and dimensional flower. You're going to piece this block in the hoop, and there you have it. Isn't that darling? Even an Irish chain right up there is part of it. So anyway, kind of fun. We've got some clover, 4-leaf clovers. We got some shamrocks. It all comes together so darling for a really cute St. Patrick's Day pillow that I would say, now, probably a weekend. I would give yourself a weekend. Don't stress yourself out over that one, right? But certainly in time for March, just around the corner. All right. Now, what could you do in a day? Oh, let me show you. This is so darn cute. And one of our Bellas, you did it when we shared Sew and Tell a little bit earlier. And that is what we call Save the Date pillow panel. Let's look at March 17th. Is that stinking cute or what? I love it. Oh, do you see on the bottom of the number 1? To continue that number 1, it's the little leprechaun hat. So darn cute, right? As I mentioned earlier, these are interchangeable pillow panels. And this one, you can buy the whole collection, save yourself some money and buy the whole collection. There's even a Canadian version of July right there for July 1st, but we've got the July 4th over there. We've got Halloween, we've got New Year's, we've got February 14th, Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, all the things. And you can, when you go to that link, that we're going to put in the notes, there's a drop down menu. So don't forget that, because you can either buy it as a whole bundle and get all those designs to switch out those panels on that main pillow. See, you got the main pillow once, and then with the buttonholes, which by the way, you do on the embroidery machine, buttonholes, you can just swap it out. And then if you want just March 17th, which is only like $6, I think, you can use the drop-down menu to choose March 17th, and there you have it. Hey, and while you're there, February 14th, I know it's past, but February 14th was a free one. So if you drop down to February 14th, you can also get that one for free. All right. So either way, thought you'd like to see Save the Date panels. And yes, absolutely can be done in a day. How many of you guys have made the save the date panels? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, Pat is saying we need more save the dates, please. I like that, Pat. We'll have to come up with a few more for sure. Tamra says, love my save the date interchangeable pillow covers. Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's a quick win. And sometimes you just need a whole lot of quick wins, right? With our quilting, sewing machine, embroidery projects. So that's definitely one that you can do in an afternoon, I would say. And then here's one more that is something that can be done super quick, even in a couple of hours. And that is this one. Let me pull it up here. Oh, okay. This is this is an oldie but a goodie, and maybe many of you did it, but this is called Pennants and Banners, Hello Spring. So in Pennants and Banners, you can see that there's going to be some spring ones, Easter ones, and St. Patrick's Day ones. They come in, so there's the 4 different designs, but they come in 5 different graduated sizes. Look at that. You can see the bunnies down there. That you can see that it goes anywhere from like a 4x4 size, which is awesome because sometimes, you know, we got to remember our 4x4s out there. And even if you have a larger hoop than that, a 4x4 makes the cutest little tag for a gift or whatever. But it goes from there all the way up to, don't quote me on this. Look at the look at the listing, but I want to say it's an 8x12 size or an 8x8 size. So anyway, 5 sizes is what I want to say. But within that collection, and this is all downloadable, so you can get started today, are these 2 St. Patrick's Day ones. This one says Pinch Pinch, March 17th, Lucky, Pot of Gold, Luck of the Irish, all the things. So cute, right? And then this one coordinates with it with just the shamrocks and the 4-leaf clovers. Really, really darling stuff. So that's part of Hello Spring, which is part of the Pennants and Banners collection, which is also downloadable. Now, as I got to looking at that today, I went, wait a minute. I remember a couple of years ago, I took one of those spring pennants banners. Maybe you remember this from a What's New Wednesday. And I made a little pocket with it so that you could see even beyond doing it as a pennant or a banner, you could actually create a little pocket for silverware. This is a placemat that I decorated my Easter table with, and I used our Kimberbell background quilting clear blue tiles to quilt the back of that. Here's a perfect example of what it's like to take just a solid piece of fabric and let the quilting do the talking, as I say. And isn't that cute with the flowers and the little carrots and the Easter eggs? But this is one of those spring pennants and banners on that set with the St. Patrick's Day stuff, but it's the Easter one. And I just formed it into a pocket so that the napkin and silverware for the Easter dinner was placed in there. So kind of a fun idea to think about. Maybe you want to do you have a special like St. Patrick's Day dinner with your families and friends? You could make St. Patrick's Day ones. So there you go. I thought that was kind of a fun idea to bring up once again because it is a couple of years old. All right. Yeah, people are loving the placemat. Yes. Yeah, and I just took a placemat that I already had and just used that for my sizing and then made my quilt sandwich where I put the top, the batting, the backing, top, batting, backing, put it together like a quilt sandwich, and then used my clear blue tiles to quilt that baby, and then added my pocket on. So there's a good idea for that. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's all for today. Can you believe it? We're done a little bit early, but you guys know I can't leave you without sharing a giveaway. So are you ready for this? 2 people are going to win. It's your lucky day, I should say, right? Because we're talking St. Patrick's Day. But I put together a bundle of 10 Kimberbell green fat quarters. Okay. Oh, look at some of these. Here's a pretty solid. That's an oldie but a goodie. Ooh, I love that one. All the shades of green. Here we go, some polka dots, some stripes, tiny dots, some florals, all the things. Plus, I thought, you know what? Let's throw in a Kimberbell needle minder too. This is a 2.5-inch needle minder. So these greens would be perfect for all your St. Patrick's Day creating or spring creating or heck, Christmas, you name it. Green goes with everything, I say. And 2 people will win this. So how are you going to win? This is what you're going to answer. Are you ready? Let me look at what I said. Oh, okay. Fill in the blank here, okay? Fill in the blank. Lucky me, I blank. Lucky me, I blank. Tell me why you're feeling so lucky. All right. Tell me. You're going to post it here on YouTube or Facebook underneath this video, this thread. And then on Friday, as always, we'll announce the winners. And you could possibly win the green St. Patrick's Day themed. It's just green. Fat quarter bundle set and a Kimberbell 2.5-inch needle minder, which is kind of fun. Lucky me, I own an embroidery machine. Yes. I love that. Lucky me, I'm celebrating my 40th wedding anniversary. Way to go. Way to go. Lucky me, I win. Are you putting it out there? Yeah. You're manifesting it, huh? So you guys are coming through so fast. Lucky me, I have the best family. Lucky me, I have lovely embroidery projects to work on. Lucky me, I've married my best friend. Let's see, I think it was 36 years. That's fantastic. I love it. Lucky me, I have a husband that supports my spending habits. Yeah, right? Lucky me, I just got hopping down the bunny trail. Lucky me, I love Kimberbell. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Lucky me, I have a blessed family. Lucky me, I stay at home and sew. Love it. Keep on coming, them coming. We are all so lucky, so very blessed, aren't we? To have this time together to share our hobbies and our love for something creative. Very grateful for all of it. Very grateful for all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, my friends. Keep on doing what you love and keep experiencing the joy of creativity. Bye-bye.